Good evening. I hope everyone's safe and warm and cozy tonight. In this part of the world, we are getting some significant snow tonight. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. I'm doing this live broadcast basically to put myself on the spot to describe what I've been doing. The short version is that a client referred this book to me called The Others Within Us, Internal Family Systems, The Poorest Mind, and Spirit Possession. And the author of this book started out as a hypnotherapist doing parts work. That's what internal family systems is. And he was finding parts that weren't really parts. They're what we would call spirit attachments. Some even I would call outright spirit possession. Nonetheless, this subject really appealed to me because I've seen the same thing in my work. So basically, he was coming to it from hypnosis. I was coming to it from being a clairvoyant medium and seeing this working with people. And I was telling my friend Dawn about this. If you're fortunate enough to know Dawn Landrum, wonderful hypnotist and hypnosis teacher, all-around good person, she said, well, let me teach you hypnosis. So I worked with her, learned from her, got certified in hypnosis, and now I've been using that in my sessions to help people. The best description that I wrote down here was that I could come up with, combining hypnosis and psychic mediumship. My guides and I in spirit help you circumvent your conscious blocks and facilitate connection with spirit and your true self, which is a lot what I do in a regular session. Even if just doing like a tarot reading, I'm helping you see past or through or around your personal blocks, okay? From this place, we can dive into beliefs, values, and identities that are a source of self-sabotage. Now, that's what's different than like a half-hour tarot reading is we can really dive into this. What are the beliefs? What is it you believe about yourself and the world around you? Your values and your identity, how you identify yourself. That is, to me, the goal of this work. So in a typical session, this little outline I have here, we use hypnosis to transport you to a relaxed yet alert state in which you are free from distraction and can tap in with your true self and bypass conscious excuses. Then me being a psychic medium, clairvoyant person with my guides, as the client is describing something, often I can basically see it. Like I can mentally be where they are and get insight that maybe they don't see right away in that situation. And in this process, we identify the part of you that is the source of self-sabotage, at least in this situation. We work together to facilitate healing and acceptance of that part. Healing and acceptance of that part. An easy example is I really dislike that I'm emotionally distant. And it's hard for me to connect with people. That's just, hypothetically. Well, you learn that at an early age to protect yourself. So we would identify the part of you that decided to do that. And sometimes that identifies a significant soul fracture, a part of you you've left in the past. And we bring that into the present and reintegrate that part of you. And you accept that part and you forgive that part for having done what it did, even though, and congratulations to you for whether you're, 26, 36, 56, however old you are now, congratulations on realizing that hasn't been working and you're doing something about it now. So we identify the part, we work together to facilitate healing and acceptance of that part. We cooperate to help you integrate that part to achieve wholeness. And progressive sessions tend to identify deeper and often younger parts for healing. It doesn't always go in chronological order, like go straight backwards, but it sometimes does. A hypnotic medium is a practitioner who combines hypnosis and clairvoyance to facilitate deep spiritual connections and healing. By guiding the client into a relaxed, trance-like state through hypnosis, they enhance the client's ability to connect with spiritual realms and access intuitive insights from their core self. This technique helps clients release mental and emotional blocks, explore their subconscious, and open to transformative experiences in a safe and supportive environment. I want to tell you one of them that really stuck with me. A few weeks ago, I was working with a young lady, and we're probably an hour into hypnosis. She was a really great client. Had years of meditation experience. She was very familiar with going inward and keeping her attention inward. Not everybody can do this. So I bet we were in there for an hour, and she said, I have this wooden board or door in front of me. And then she says, well, I realize I'm in a wooden box. And I thought, well, that sounds like a coffin. And yes, she realized she was in a coffin. I said, how old are you? 8 years old. So some questions and answers led to the insight that this was her 8-year-old self that she had basically left for dead back then and abandoned, or well, really the term that came to her and to me was left for dead. This part of me I left for dead. I just let it go. And there's reasons in her life why that happened, but what's important is that we worked with that part. We had this like 3-way conversation to bring that part back to the present. And then we went, that somehow led to identifying a 3-year-old part, a part that had fractured when she was 3 years old. And we worked on bringing that one to the present. And in that process, identified the 12-year-old rebel. A part of her that when she was 12 years old, not so much fractured, but emerged as the rebel to protect her from things that were going on. And she just came out of this session, of course, crying and so happy, and that this was working for her, and it really, obviously reinforced what I'm doing is the right thing to do. So I want to give that brief description of what I've been doing, how I've been helping people, and through this beautiful technology we have, you can watch this video anytime and leave a comment, ask me a question. If you're watching this on Facebook, you know that I'm Happy Medium Will on Facebook and Happy Medium Will on YouTube. And I'll leave my contact info in the comments. In fact, I can do that now, I think. You can call me for a free rapid results coaching call to see if we're a good fit, to see if you want to work with me, see if I can help you. So that's 314-403-4744. I'm sure you have some kind of questions, because this opens up all kinds of, questions to me. Like, what's the inner life all about? How do these fractures happen? What are these parts? Things like that. So hopefully I'll be hearing from you soon. Until then, be safe, be at peace, and love.